Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my classic vertical happy planner. I felt like it was dark. That's because we were missing part of my light. My classic vertical happy planner for the week of September 16th through 22nd, which is the first day of fall. Fall's this week, the first day of autumn. So I love bringing in a new season with seasonal stickers, and that's what we are going to do this week. I have Kel of Plans. I love fall stickers here, and when I originally flipped through this sticker book, I saw these like flowers and pumpkins, and I just kind of fell in love with them. I think that they're really beautiful, and it's what I decided I wanted to use for this week. So we need to pull up the stickers. I feel like lately I've been struggling with this more than in the past. Maybe I need new tweezers, but I feel like it's something that I didn't used to have as hard of a time with, but lately I have. Okay, I think that I want to cover up some of the sidebar here. I'm kind of going back and forth lately on what I want my sidebars to be, between like super functional, covering them up, having a combination. I'm kind of indecisive about it. So in the meantime, we are going to just play around a little bit with different things. Now, I definitely want to use a corner sticker here, but what I'm realizing is that this sticker down here has to be a right corner. This sticker is upside down, but once I turn it, that also has to be a right corner. So I can't use it here. I can use this floral, but I want to bring in the pumpkins. So what we're going to do is pull up this sticker, and we are going to make a right angle. Well, maybe not even a right angle. Maybe I just need like this side cut. I think that's all we really need to do here. And then we'll grab my white pen as usual to cover up the note, because I don't need the note there. Stay on your side. Okay. And then we're going to put this right over here. And I guess cover up this part of the line too. I might as well. All right, now looking at the functional stickers here. I'll link the sticker book in the description, as always, in case you are interested. I feel like it could be fun to include a sticker in the middle, like a functional sticker, because we have plenty. So I don't know, I feel like this may be a week where I want to bring in extra boxes. So what I'm thinking of doing is pulling out Mojo Jojo Plans functional boxes, because, well, that's not quite the right color. I need more of like an orange. Unless the pastel, because that's not the right color either. That's like a peach. I need the pastel functional boxes, which I know I have. I don't know that I know where they are, which seems crazy because I recently organized. Oh, I know where it is. It was under my desk. I have the box set. Now, this box set is no longer available, but these are available as individual sticker books, at least at the time of filming this. So we have boxes, series 1 through 7 here. I need series 5, I believe, has the full boxes. So, okay, let's take a peek. I mean, this is a pretty good color here. I feel like this is a nice match. It's not an exact match, but it's a good enough match that between all of the functional box stickers, I'll have enough to work with. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But before I put this down, I'm like, what's my plan here? What am I doing? I don't know yet. So before we put that down, let's continue, and then we can get back to the sidebar. Speaking of continuing, where is the quote? Okay, this quote I really love. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. I feel like what better time to start with to use this quote than the start of a new season. I kind of want to bring in some washi here. We have to see if I have the right color washi. But in the meantime, we're going to put this sticker right here. Now, I think that I'd want to do some sort of pink washi here. Like, this is pretty. Doesn't that look pretty? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Kind of embracing the pink and orange. I feel like pink and orange tend to be more of a summer color combo, but I like this kind of summery fall vibe happening here because I'm always sad about summer ending. We can put this away. It's my washi organizer. And now that I have everything color coordinated, set in like rainbow order, it makes it so much easier. I'm so glad that I spent the time to organize that. Same with my stickers. My big stickers, not necessarily my Happy Planner stickers. That is still on the to-do list of organization. But stickers like these sticker books, I have organized into boxes. In one box of storage, quotes, dates, and basics in another, seasonal with the current season. And then I have one of Live, Love, Posh and one of Caliber Plan, and then one box of everything else. So I really love that kind of organization, that I've set up because it's making my life a lot easier. It's making my videos more streamlined, except when I forget that the box set is underneath my desk. All right, now I'm going to grab Jewel Tone Pastel and check it off because I want to make sure that I also am matching my checklists. So we have these two choices here. Rather than try to match against the boxes, I think what I want to really do is match against these stickers because this is really where we're going to be seeing a lot more. Now, this is the box that I pulled out, which is this color. However, my fear is it's going to be way too orange if I use that as the checklist. We also have the pink, but I've just put the pink washi down. So I have some decisions to make. I do think this is a really pretty pink, and what I would do over here is actually put in the checklist, and then we'll trim off anything else. And that'll kind of help me break up the pink that's happening here. So in order to trim off the checklist, we need a knife. I think that trimming the sticker, not the checklist, the sticker here will make the most sense. So I did not need to cover up that line that I covered up. This is why I'm like, don't fully map out the sidebar until I know what I'm doing here. Okay. I like how this is looking. Now, let's go back. I have too many sticker books out. Just when I thought we'd do a quick little plan with me. My decision making has changed that. Let's bring in this box. I really love how it's decorated, and we're going to do this yellow right over here. And then I'm going to take another pink checklist and put this here. Okay, that works. Down at the bottom is typically when I would want to do a full box. So I'm going to take one of the full boxes that I pulled from Mojo Jojo Plans, but we're going to decorate it a little bit. And I can decorate it either with washi or with something here. And I think we're going to use one of these. What's nice about a full box is even if you don't need all the space to write, you can use some of that space to add a little something to the box like this. Because now I have about the same amount of space as if this were a square box, but the box is decorated and it's cute. So little tip there. Okay. Now we're going to take another checklist sticker. So I can put a box here and then we can maybe put, I don't know that I really want something decorative, or we just go here and kind of set up like a little pattern. So if I put this here, we can put a box over here. Let's see how many square boxes we have to work with. Oh, we also have these other ones. Maybe we do a little layering and bring in the green. So I could do the green, and let's do a hot pink because we don't have anything hot pink yet. Do this and put this here. And then we had those right angle stickers that I was talking about. So I can use them over here. I'd probably trim it more because it's going to be way too big for that spot. Probably like right at the center of that flower is what I want to do here. Let's see if I did that right. I did. Okay. I feel like maybe I don't need this line here. I think it might take away from the beauty. But then it's like, do I bring the washi all the way across? I think that we're going to cover up some of this. And then I'll just leave it for a bit and see how I feel about it. I can always change it. All right, up next, let's kind of map out what I'd like to do. I do love a double box on a weekend, but I also really want to use this big corner sticker. So I tend to get myself in trouble in my spreads because I just go and I put a big box down here, but then I sort of mess up everything else that I want to do. So let's talk through this together. I know that like it's not that complicated. This is just a planner, but I want to make sure that it works. So we're going to pretend that this, wait, is this the right corner? It is. I mean, I can put it here. We're going to pretend that this washi cutter is a box. If that's the case, what I would do is put a box here because we have one here. I'd probably, wait, we have more things to figure out. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Because I want to bring in another quote. Now, this is a smaller quote than that big one right there, but we can combine it with a floral. Like this is kind of itty bitty. I'm wondering if maybe I steal from another set here. I can't really see what I'm looking at. I can see what I'm looking at. You can't. I do like all at once summer collapsed into fall. The thing is, I don't need to do a double box. I don't need to make something this big. I only did that because of how big the quote is. I like an all at once summer collapsed into fall because this is like kind of that transition week. So what I could do is this. I have a thought. I just hope it works. I'm not entirely sure it will. And I think we're just gonna stop planning and start doing. So my thought is that if I take this, I'm already kind of regretting this, but we're gonna make it work. I was thinking I really should have put that over here, but it's okay. Now, I was thinking that I could take some more of these florals and like this goes this way. I could have one going this way and kind of, you know, surrounding the sticker. I don't know if that's fully going to work. I'd like to try. So if I take this one, this big pumpkin, right? And I want to cut it in half. We're gonna have to do more than cut it in half, but we can kind of do this. So let's see where I need this to be. I need this to be like right at those little things. Sprigs, I don't know what those are called. Okay, like that. You can't really tell it's a pumpkin anymore. This one has to be cut much more narrow. That's sort of what I was planning. I don't know if it worked or not, but we are going to leave it. I feel like I have to do the washi though. Maybe we just do the washi. Let's go lower. So I'm layering it right now over these, but we're gonna cut them. This is just kind of for placement purposes. Reminder with washi, if you tighten it too much, you're gonna make your page curl. So that's why I lifted that and redid it. Okay, now let's take my knife and just kind of cut around that leaf a little bit. This is more detail than I was planning on doing today. I don't know. I don't know that this is going to work because some of these elements are like so detailed. But I can kind of do it that way. This is where I definitely sometimes struggle as a content creator because I want to try different things and not have everything always look the same. But I'm also worried that it won't work out. And then you won't like what I'm making. It's okay though. We have fun in the process, right? Okay. It's also not that deep. It's just my planner. It's not that serious. Okay, that's just gonna have to stay the way it is. This is gonna be tough because we've got these tiny little berries. So we're just gonna kind of go around them loosely. And now I have tiny little bits of washi all over me. Yeah, it's not great, but I think it's pretty. I want to emphasize that the struggles I'm having right now have nothing to do with the sticker book. It's just me trying to do something a little bit different, even though this looks pretty similar to my other spreads. Okay, now I was trying to map out everything else when that happened, and I'm having trouble visualizing it, so we're just going to go ahead and do the thing and not worry about the mapping. I could also just put a double box here. What would we think of that? Double box at the top? Gasp. But why not? I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. I don't think I need to decide right now. I think I need to continue the spread and then decide when I get to that side of the page what I want to do. So we can easily just continue here with these checklist stickers. I feel like I go through phases. Like sometimes I'm really into a checklist phase, sometimes I'm into a dot marker phase, sometimes I'm into bullet points, and I can't always make up my mind. All right. Now that I have these down, we're going to do a full box again down here. I don't know that it needs to be this color though. I think that we can go with maybe, well, I could go with yellow, but if I go with yellow, it's going to be loud with a double box. I could go with hot pink, or I could just keep it simple and go with this. I think we're going to go with it because then that would be the only box of that color in the spread. So we'll add this down. My verticals usually are not so complicated. And then I want to take another fun little scene here, a little pumpkin cluster. Clean off my scissors. And let's trim that. Put this right down over here. And then we're going to do stacks again. So let's get the coordinating stickers. I definitely need to use the green and I'd like to use the hot pink. So we'll put this here and this here. So we kind of have the reverse effect of what's on the left side. And now it's decision-making time. What do I want to do with the double box? I feel like it's busy up here. When I put the double box and I just glance at the page, I'm only looking up here. My eye is really drawn to that. I think that I'm gonna go back to what I always do and put it down here at the bottom because I think it's a little bit less busy. But if I do that, yes, that's what we're doing. Okay, I just was able to visualize what I wanted to happen here. It took me a minute. Sorry about that. You know, recently I was on a Patreon group Zoom call, and it was a Plan With Me Zoom where I create spreads, and someone said, I don't know how you made that while you were talking. I was like, that's what I do on here. We create and chat. Okay, so I visualized the fact that over here we have the quote and we have the floral, and that's what we're going to kind of do on this side too. The problem is, because of what I made over here, there's going to be a little bit of a gap, but I think I can fix it. So let's cover that up. This is going to go a little bit high, so we need to trim it a tiny bit. I don't know that I trimmed it enough. Oh, I think I did. Okay, but then we have this gap. I don't know if it bothers me though. Like on this side, I know that I don't have a floral in between the floral. On this side, I do. If I lift this, ripping a little bit here. I think here's what we do. First, we find my white pen. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna do a little bit of moving around. And then let's lift up the washi. This washi we're scrapping for now. The good thing about washi is that it's seemingly endless. Not completely endless, but or never ending. I think I've only finished like 2 rolls of washi in my, how many years has Plan With Elise existed? This 6 years. That's a lot of years. And I think that, whoops, I was just gonna put this right over here. It's still smaller, so I think that we have to cut this off and put something a little bit bigger over here. A lot of stickers were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, let's put the washi over the box. I think that if I extend the washi widthwise a little bit, it'll make it look like the quote is a little bit bigger. And this was the longer quote that I pulled. Just kind of replicating the scene on the left. And then we're going to find a floral that's going to work on the left side. I think that's the solution. I want something tall enough. So, whoops, right about here. There we go. I think that that worked out really well. It's not perfect, but it's good for me. It's my planner and I like it. Okay, now we need another box. We need to do something down here. I want to bring this washi in right over here. I think it would be really cute as like a little decorative element in this box. And then I'm not worried about only having one checklist. Lately, my weekends are either not productive at all, like because I'm busy, or nonstop lists. And if I end up being busy on Saturday, then I'll just shift the to-do list. If I don't need it at all, I'll pull it up. It's not going to change the way I use my planner if my plans change. I just have to decide what I want to do with these, with this last box for Sunday. I feel like it would be cute. I can't turn that upside down. To add in another colored one. I think we're going to put this here. And then we are going to take, I don't like that these boxes would be right next to each other. I said I was going to come back to the sidebar. We just have to get back to the sidebar. What if I take one final pastel box and put it right over here? Or we just forget the sidebar and I rescue one of the stickers that I ruined. Put it this way and put it right here. That works. Okay. Final thing is I have this tiny little, wait, I need to put the sticker back because if I don't put it back now, I'll never put it back. It'll just end up in the trash. I'm not great at putting stickers back. We have this final little quote sticker. I don't like it there. We could maybe put it here. Oh God, I just want to use it somewhere. I mean, if I don't feel like I need to have two boxes here, we could put this right here. Oh wait, when's the first day of fall? Where's my planner? I think it's Sunday, right? It is Sunday. So let's do that. Oh, okay, there we go. And then we have the first day of fall right there. Perfect. We did it. This is a pretty spread. It makes me happy. Struggled a little bit to get there. Again, not an indicator of the sticker book. Really just an indicator of me being in my head. But I love how this came out. I hope that you really like it too. This washi, by the way, is Plannything. Code Elise10 will give you a discount. And I had mentioned Mojo Dojo Plans. Code Elise10 will also give you a discount. And I will link the I Love Fall sticker book if you haven't yet picked it up. So that is a wrap. Thank you for watching, for hanging out with me, for tolerating me, and I'll see you next time.